Hello YouTube and welcome back to GrunfWorks Plays KSP, and we're going right back into the meat of things. We have 513 science that we managed to gather around, and that will be put to good use by basically researching something that I care deeply about, which would be heavy aerodynamics. No. Unplanned tech, no. High power electrics, ooh, that I need because of the Gigantor solar panels, yes. Why? Because I will be today making a probe to Jool, yes. And to be quite adamant about it, I really want to make a probe that will be going onwards to Jool. So, without further ado, we have our probe core, let's get into it. Then I want the reaction wheels, yes. A little bit thicker battery, yes, because it will need a bigger battery. Then I will need some sort of communication antenna, yes. By the way, this episode will be a little bit longer than the usual, so sorry about that. Let's see, that looks bad. Now, what do I want here? Utility. Yes, science capsule, correct. Then I'd like these two, yes. Because this probe would ultimately go to Jool and then come back. Yes, I want the science as well, yes. After all, when we're going to Jool, it's a first trip to Jool. I want us to snatch as much science as we possibly can. So, thermometer, yes. Place it. Yes. Place it. We just stick with it too. Now, what else do we have? I'd like some parachute on top, yes. Two bigger chutes here, yes. Should we even take the two drogue chutes that should be able to, you know, slow us down, perhaps? Now, let's put this girder, and then, yes, then we will be putting all kinds of wondrous stuff. Or not. How about piston? Yes. No. No. Nope. It's too wide. If this was foldable, then maybe. Still looks ugly as hell. If I could displace them or put them like this. Oh, that's just marvelous. See? Awesome. Yeah, no. Right, now I really want to use the robotic parts, and I'm really getting stuck with them. Oh boy. Now, yes, Gigantors. That's the whole reason why I wanted to place these fellas. Somewhere here. Yes. This way. Oh yeah, that feels marvelous. A little bit up. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. Looks natural, doesn't it? Now, where were we? Oh, probe, Jool probe Mark 1. Yes. First Jool System probe. Heat shield for the re-entry. Yes, please. Decoupler. Yes. Right. Now, protective shell. Go well, and go we shall. Now, shouldn't there be a fuel tank as well? Yeah, it should be. Nerva, of course. Oh, wait. Almost fell for it. Took a bigger one, yes. That would be doable, I'd say. 1,651. So if I put here something, Now, like this. Yes. Yes, we should be placing something like this. Right. And then let's place it on top. Yes, now we're talking. Okay, I may have something there, Chief. Let me just align them correctly. Then, 2 more. Come on. Stick with the program. Good. Look at that. That's nice. Now, because I'm planning on having antennas here actually, I want something that unfolds. I mean, is it really that hard, that much to ask? So, not like you, but... How do I align this? I would like another panel that closes on top. On the side, perhaps? Yeah, like that, on top. And then something like that. Yeah, that just might work. So. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now I need them to fold which way? So if the panel's open like this, I should be looking backwards, so... Oh, if I place them like this, oh, now we're talking. Oh, this will be sexy. Look at this. Now, wait for it. Like that, and then different side. Angle, wrong angle. Yes, I need to tweak the angle even more. Can you tweak the angle even more? No, you did it good the first time. Thank you. Now, fold, please. So, okay, you're sticking upright. That's good. Now, the point is, when you open, you should be folding. You like, wrong side. Hold on, let's correct the maximum angles. So you'll be going from this side and you will open like this. Good. And then you will be closing like this. And that will ensure you always have connection backwards to the KSE. Beam, bada boom. Got it. Oh, this will be nice. Thank you. And close. Flippity flap flip. Wonderful. Exactly as planned. Right. That settles the communications part. So, custom... Oh, I need another communications antenna. At least for getting it up to space, because it's still a probe, and yes, probes need control. Go figure. So, eventually probes are we're gonna check out the probe, and now let's check something below. Batteries, yes. Alright. Okay, that looks like an able probe. And once again, guys, I'm a total noob. I've got to admit. I forgot that it only has the liquid fuel rather and doesn't need the oxidizer. Ah, I will never learn. I will never learn. I'm just looking at this post-production and then again, you, GrunfWorks, you big doofus, you once again forgot about the oxidizer, not needing it when you're using the Nerva, yes. Okay, now, decoupler. Where's the 1.2 decoupler? Yes, you. Perfect. And then protective fairing. Shell, in a nutshell, yes. This will be a tall rocket with a tall-ish payload. Just don't break, please. Yes. Sleek aerodynamic, I like it. Alright. Let's strut the bananas out of this. Strut, yes. Right. That's the payload. Big reaction wheels, yes, of course. And the big end or tank, another tank, good. Mainsail, the mainstay of our fleet, yes. That gives us roughly 5,070 something, yes. And if I was smart enough to realize that the Nerva you only uses liquid fuel, I would have way more. I'm sorry guys, you know, I recorded this and the Minmus flight and everything in one batch, and I only, when I was editing those, realized I really don't need, on the Nervas, I really don't need the fuel, yeah, the oxidizer. So by the time I realized my mistake in the previous episodes while recording them, the mistake was already made in like 2-3 future episodes. So it's not that I don't learn from my mistakes, but I only learn in post-production. By then I already recorded the first batch. So yes, dum-dum, what can I tell you? How about if I put it like this? Oh, Russian style. I mean, honestly, it just looks like a skirt. Still, it would be nice. I think I'll have to discard that design. Although I like it. How about if I put something with more panache? Nah, not really. Give me big tanks. I feel almost like boring going with every time with these big tanks. But honestly, they're so good, it's hard to miss them. And they stack perfectly with the Rockomax tanks on top of them. So yeah, it's actually hard to avoid. Once again, the 4-engine startup cluster. I promise guys, I will add a little bit of variety to my rockets, but this is just, you know, my preferred method of choice, and I tend to stick to it like, you know, a fly when I find a good turd. When a fly finds a good turd. Sorry about that. Sorry. Now let's see. Asparagus staging. Okay, and yes, you pipe it up, Scotty. Perfect. Then we need struts and fixing the staging. Yes, you 5 fire simultaneously, then 2 of you drop, and then the 2 other drop. Yes, and we'll also need to put in the Separatrons as we did. Right? So let's see how do we take care of this. There we go. Looks good enough. Other side as well. Yes, for balance. Purely balancing reasons. No fireworks intended whatsoever. All right. Fixing the staging. All right. Are we done here? These are gonna go here and copy them down. Yes. Somewhere here on the footings. Yes. You are gonna get copied here and you're gonna get copied there. Good. Did we copy everything? No, those are in the wrong stage. Okay, fireworks time would be ensuing, so let's correct them. You do, you don't. Yes. You do, you don't. You do, you don't. And then the 4 of you, yes, you shouldn't be grouped together, no. That would be really bad for the rocket. You do, you don't, and that should be the final pair. from where I'm standing at least. Of course, my delta V is completely bonkers. I never trusted it in the first place. Fine. And let's put the fins because they keep the craft stable. These fellas, yes. And they should be put after the initial burn has started, so thank you. Now, struts. Yes, we don't like noodle wobblage. There we go, and you strut to each other. Thank you. Until such time I tell you to do otherwise. Right. Jool Pro Mark 1. If only I had known. Okay, 220 at thrust weight at takeoff. That's more than enough. Yes. Let's launch it. Right. Sun is shining and so are you. So, thrust to max, 3, 2, 1, and ignition. And liftoff. 1.80 at start, as always. Passing the 1000 meter mark, beginning with a roll program. The rocket is sleek, running hot, straight and normal. I'm adjusting my thrust ever so slightly in the upper atmosphere, and I'm going a little bit too steep for my taste, but yeah, I'm gonna live with it. Oh, we have some noodle wobblage. Uh-oh. Noodle doodle. So I have to maintain a little bit steeper angle and something protruding there. I didn't expect that to happen. Okay, detaching the first stage of boosters. Oops. Apparently one booster fired a little bit too much, but okay. Still didn't affect too much. I've messed up one booster. What can I tell you? Things happen. Right, so with that thing being said, now let's make our circularization 1650, 1660. Okay, that's good enough. Pointing the rocket, maneuver prograde. And since the probe control for this one is only the teeny probe, it doesn't have advanced maneuver handling. Oh, how I should like it. Oh, look at it. Yeah, looks like Mount Happiness. Now, let's burn, and somewhere mid-burn we'll be performing the booster detachment, and I think it's still some thing protruding from my rocket. Oopsie. Hey, don't you be noodle wobbling, mister. Okie doke. Oh, I did deploy the fairing. Oops, did something go wrong? I think I saw some shrapnel back there. Okay. There we go. Now for the fun part. Extending the solar panels and opening up the communication dishes. They're folded and... right. They're folded. Let's keep it in that way. Now we have to set up our Jool encounter. Jool being the shining example that it is. Yeah, we have to get there eventually. So let's make... Jool is one of those systems that's easier to reach because of the Jool's sheer mass. So it's not really, you know, that hard once you aim it at the right spot. So let's try for an encounter. Closest approach. Let's fiddle if I went earlier, later. Oh, I can do something with this. Actually, I can work with this. Yes. Okie doke. Almost there. Oh, and we have an encounter. Jool periapsis is 2 billion kilometers. That's irrelevant. We have an encounter. The fact that it's half a solar system away doesn't matter. Now, let's point it maneuver prograde. I really hate my accent because when I pronounce maneuver prograde, it sounds like I'm saying manure, you know, as in fertilizer, as opposed to maneuvering things. Yes. Probably I'm very funny to some English speaking guy. So, warping until the maneuver. Yes. No. Geez, this is pitch black. Okay, getting to the maneuver node, and we will be burning right about. Oh, hold it there, Chief, hit it. We have plenty of fuel in the tank. It's just about making good use of it. And not being as sloppy as I currently am, but that's another story. And here we go. We have our Jool encounter. Fair enough, let's kill the maneuver node and let's enjoy the departure. And let's make another maneuver at the maneuver node, or descending node, sorry. Just to book where we are, and now let's see if by making a maneuver node I could pull down the Jool periapsis. Fix the inclination first. Well, that we can do. And also, yeah, decline the periapsis on Jool. By a little, and by little I mean a lot. I mean, here usually the maneuvers are rather cheap. Alright, 324 meters per second. That should be happening in 3 days, but before those 3 days expire, we should actually make a nice selfie while leaving the Kerbin. And take it from Mr. Wobblage over here. Oh. Apparently the fairing when it decoupled destroyed one of my antennas. Good that I packed the second one. Now this ship is a little less cool, but nevertheless I think it will be fine. So this is our Jool probe on departure from Kerbin. We wish it well and that it brings all the sweet science that we can muster. Right, off you go. Bye-bye, Kerbin. Now, time to warp to this maneuver node and pull a stunt. Now I'm toggling torque on the other one. It will make things hopefully easier to steer. Less wobblage. Now there's at least no air pressure, so yeah. No air pressure to mess up things. Okay, warping until the maneuver node. Perfect. And actually I'm about to do an update because I skipped to the part where I actually got into the Jool system. It would be really ridiculous if we waited all the maneuverage until I get there, and I mean it would just be a bunch of fiddling. So the first planet that we're gonna go beside is Tylo. And I'm limiting my thrust because mainly I want to be exploring the Julian system, and this probe is just like, you know, slingshotting inside and hopefully coming back to Kerbin. So bringing the sweet science with it. That's why it has parachutes. It is by no means intended for anything else. So let's scale this up, as the Jool should be rising somewhere. All right. And there is Jool coming ever so slowly. I almost thought that my video got stuck. Beautiful. The problem was that the Jool was so far out that we never realized it. Oh, look at that. Oh, screenshot right there. I'm keeping it, Buster. So let's see. Yes. The burn will be in 2 hours, roughly. 275 burn to secure a Tylo encounter. And there's Tylo right there. I'm gonna try and use Tylo to hopefully circularize. Yes. And we have a lathe encounter even. Fantastic. I'm gonna keep it right there. So speaking of which reminds me, science, log temperature. Temperature high, space over Joule. Did I actually ever record this before? Huh. I thought I was threading on a new ground. Alright, let's go over to Tylo. Yes, hello Tylo. Now we could perform some science, hopefully. Why are you now not working? Do I have enough charge? Yes, I do. Then what the hell is wrong with you? Display off. Oh, warp signal strength. I have everything. I really don't get it. Oh, wait. Yeah, I forgot the time acceleration. Oh, right. Okay, science, transmit. You, atmospheric pressure scan. Come on. Temperature scan, send it. Log pressure. Log temperature. Thank you. Collect the data. Good. Now, thanks for the science, Tylo. We won't be getting any closer, but we'll be going out of your sphere of influence and gathering some more science. The real sciencing will come when the Kerbals come and I take 3-man crew and basically science the shit out of this thing. But yeah. I'm waiting to research the radioisotopic nuclear generator. Alright, so we have a lathe encounter. Oh, this is quite a dance, look at that. Going all the way there to the apoapsis. I should have in hindsight actually reduced that apoapsis significantly. But okay, whatever. Come on, accelerate it. I just want to get it over with and then come back for the lathe encounter. Which would actually be putting us in a rather tight orbit, so that sounds good. Wait, what? Hey! You told me that this is gonna work. Cheater. Okay, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna be altering the rules of this game a little bit. So, I'm gonna burn straight for the Jupiter, or, sorry, Jool. There we go, and then hopefully ditch this. Come on, Nerva, show your worth. And yes, of course, the oxidizer stayed. Oh, GrunfWorks, you big doofus. Come on, I should be able to secure an encounter with Jool. There we go, thank you. This is rather humiliating. I've done the Jool so many times, but I forgot that if you go too far out, you'll just wander off into the deep space. I almost ended up with very little science that I was able to muster. That would have been really embarrassing. But now I've burned some of my precious Delta V. Let's say I didn't pack too big of a budget, so that's gonna definitely be an issue. So, okay, at least now we're somehow entering the Jool system, that's good. And now let's us secure that encounter. Maneuver node, so what can we encounter on our maneuver into Jool system now? Ah, very tight Jool encounter, I might add. So how about I throw a little bit extra on this side so that I don't get this. Could I align with lathe somehow? Get some science perhaps? Come on, Tylo. Oh, wait, I think I saw something. Hold the press. Lathe, yes. Right. I do want the lathe encounter. Right, let's go for the maneuver node. Toggle torque. Also, one thing to consider, yes, maneuver node, okay. 3 days, 1 hour. I'm accelerating. And then we do the quick burn, after which we'll have our lathe encounter. Wonderful. Let's bring it down to 0. Perfect. That should secure our lathe encounter. Yes, it did. Wonderful. So add the maneuver node and let's focus on the maneuver. Not must no, do not kill address. Jool. Yes, perhaps. Okay, we do have an encounter with lathe. That's good. Let's see if we can bring down that lathe periapsis to a more reasonable level. Okay, and after some fiddlage, we managed to bring lathe periapsis to 70 kilometers. So let's warp it and see as the Jool should come ever so closer somewhere in the night sky. I could never figure out the orientation for the life of me. Where is it? Okay, I get it, it's still 120 days, it's almost a year, but yeah, we are quite far out. We really did went all out, literally. So, okay, node into ocean. Oh, there's Jool. Hi Jool, here we meet again. That's me, same probe from the last flyby. Right. So, some more seconds to go. There we go, burning. Perfect. We have our lathe periapsis and we will be doing the flyby. Yes. Now it's time to sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Oh, look at that dance. We are coming, alright, and lathe is coming by. Oh, look at that gorgeous blue Jool. I just had to make a screenshot out of this. Look at this. Coming ever so closer. Oh, 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 and this one. Oh, holy moly. I'm taking that one. Right. That being said, log temperature, send it. Log pressure data, send it. We are not here for sightseeing only, that too, but still. Collect the science, yes. Mystery goo observation. Let's put it into the container and once we enter lathe, I will be popping the rest of the experiments. Yeah, let's point orbit retrograde. We will be passing very close to Lathe, so still out of the atmosphere though. Oh, and look at that wonderful phosphorescence during the nighttime. Yeah, that's Lathe that we know and love, alright. Okay, log temperature, send. Log pressure, send. Log temperature, store. Log pressure, store. Mystery goo. Keep and materials bay. Oh, that's a lot of science. Keep. Collect all the stored data. Yes, please. Even this is a nice picture. Oh, now the only thing that's remaining is actually for us to go back to Kerbin somehow. Oh, that's a low Joule periapsis. Did I just gimp my any chance I had of a successful return by doing this low flyby of Lathe? Why do I have a feeling I did exactly that? Well, might as well pop another screenshot or 3. So we'll see how it looks. Logging some more pressure data. How do I get out now? That's the real question. Let's do val now. Add maneuver. Can't add maneuver node. Oh, I don't have a connection. Now can I add a maneuver node, please? Add maneuver. Let's extend it. I'm sorry. So that's a nope. So no standard return available. And maneuver node. How about the plane inclination change? Along with getting to some other planet, perhaps. Nope. Well, guys, I think I'm actually gonna be stuck here. So, with this probe, I'm actually starting to think to send the data that I can and be none the wiser. Let's do a final checkup. Nope. Maneuver node, what about if I warp from here? How far can I eject myself? Oh, I can do... Oh, right. That might be doable, so it's another tie line counter. No, I don't want a tie line counter, I want something else. Let's first send all the data, and you know what, guys, I'll be wrapping it up for this episode. As always, guys, you know what to do. Like if you like the episode, hit subscribe for more KSP content, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks signing off.